Happy New Year. Doesn't this new year feel wonderful? Don't you feel like we're in a new year? Look at how everything is alive. Look at how it's 7:30 at night. Oh, and the sun is still out. Does it feel like the new year to you? It doesn't to me, I'll tell you that much. And the more I think about it, the more I think about this Gregorian calendar, Christmas happens at the end of fall. Because January, February, March, that's really winter, isn't it? So if we think about the cycle of a year, when we hit fall, October, immediately we get Halloween, spend all this money, eat all this candy. Then Thanksgiving, stuff your face with a ton of food, spend more money. Right after Thanksgiving, let's go right into Black Friday. What are we gonna do on Black Friday? Spend all our money. Then what are we gonna do? Well, we're gonna buy even more stuff for Christmas. Then we're gonna have all sorts of Christmas feasts. Then we're all gonna sleep with each other and release our sexual fluids and all of this. And then the winter comes. And on New Year's Eve, everyone goes and drinks themselves to death to head into the winter, believing they're going into a new year, when in reality, it's the dead of winter. In reality, it's only going to get colder. Look at this. World Trail Comfort Push-Ups. Weird. So this is your friendly reminder that the real beginning of the new year is the spring solstice. Our Gregorian calendar, made by those who are not quite our friends, has set up our year where we expel all of our power, money, sexual fluids, eat stuffing our faces with food, and then we get a rough, actual winter. And not only that, when we get to February, what's the holiday in February? Well, of course, it's Valentine's Day. So if you are going through this winter, this new year, without anyone, that just adds to the already terrible New Year setup that we exist in. But that's okay. We learn new things. We realize new things about life and how it really works. But I want you to know that, hey, if your New Year's resolutions feel a little bit difficult right now, it's probably because the real New Year starts in the spring. It'll be the easiest to start your new habits, your new elements of consistency when that new year comes. However, if you are strong, you can still do it now. Some more exercise equipment. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I mean, come on, guys, really think about it for 2 seconds. Does it really make sense for this to be the start of the year? January? When it is absolute coldest? The reason that's the start of the year is so everybody gets used to going back to the 9-to-5 jobs. We have all your holidays, and then, hey, now that it's the wintertime, remember who takes care of you. Big Daddy government, Big Daddy corporation, Big Daddy money scheme. Remember who takes care of you. Go to your useless job where you feel unfulfilled and you feel like you can't speak. Because it's the dead of winter now when you have nothing better to do, even though it's supposed to be the new year. So also go to the gym and do that stuff too. Can you imagine a society where we actually had the new year start in spring? Okay, now I just think, does that even count as something? What does this say? Isometric squat. This is supposed to be isometric squat. Okay. But can you imagine, like, you and all your friends on the March 21st solstice, the spring solstice, saying, we're all going to do some new habit together. And then as the sun gets stronger in that year, so do you in your habit, that good thing that you're doing. And then you can set that mental, the habit lanes in your own mind when it's the springtime, when it's easy. And then when that winter loops back around, January, February, March, it's way easier for you to stay in that good habit because you set it up with the sun. As the sun rose, so did you. But in our Gregorian system, Happy New Year in the dead of winter, when it is the hardest. That doesn't give you an excuse to be lazy or to do nothing. There is much to do. But it is important to notice that that is how our year is set up, and this is why. An understanding of the sun's journey through the year is extremely important. Because if you can understand the sun's journey, then it also helps you do the right things at the right time. How's it going? It helps you be more in sync with the flow of nature. Right? The more in sync you are with that flow of nature, and you're not fighting it, the more you're able to find peace in the present. Because sometimes when we fight and we try to do things that are against the wave of the year, when the sun is with us, when the sun is without us, we get all confused and we wonder why things don't work. But when we tune into that yearly pattern, that daily pattern even, it helps us be more in step, be more in line with what we really need to be doing. There seems to be a... Look. There is a path this way. This can't be part of the trail though, right? is this? Out here. This isn't even paved. Where is this going? I'm on a public trail in the middle of town. Look at this.